Detonator charged.
And I know what it means.
If the Nazis have a bomb. How could you possibly know that? We've got one hope. All America's industrial might and scientific innovation connected here. Secret laboratory. Keep everyone.
Oppenheimer is one of the most anticipated films of recent years, a cinematic journey that delves deep into the complex mind of Robert Oppenheimer, the man who led the development of the atomic bomb during World War II. Directed by Christopher Nolan, the movie promises to blend historical accuracy with Nolan's signature narrative complexity, exploring the ethical, emotional, and scientific dilemmas that defined one of the most pivotal periods in modern history. It is a film that does not just recount historical events, but immerses the audience into the psychological and moral conflicts faced by those at the forefront of this monumental scientific breakthrough. The anticipation surrounding this movie has been immense, with fans eager to see how Nolan interprets such a critical chapter in global history. The film stars Cillian Murphy in the titular role of Robert Oppenheimer, capturing the brilliance, the ambition, and the inner torment of the father of the atomic bomb. Murphy's portrayal is expected to be deeply nuanced, reflecting the contradictions inherent in Oppenheimer's character, a man driven by intellectual curiosity and a sense of duty, yet haunted by the consequences of his own inventions. Alongside Murphy, the film features a stellar ensemble cast including Emily Blunt, who brings depth to the role of Oppenheimer's wife, Kitty, showing the personal toll of his work on his family life. Matt Damon portrays General Leslie Groves, the military head of the Manhattan Project, adding a layer of tension between military urgency and scientific exploration. Other notable cast members include Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Rami Malek, and Benny Safdie, each contributing to a rich tapestry of perspectives, personalities, and ethical viewpoints that shape the narrative. Set primarily during the early 1940s, the plot follows Oppenheimer's journey from a brilliant physicist to the head of the Manhattan Project, tasked with the creation of the world's first atomic bomb. The film navigates through Oppenheimer's scientific breakthroughs, the intense pressures of working on a top-secret project, and the moral dilemmas that arise from wielding such destructive power. It portrays the intricate relationships among scientists, military personnel, and government officials, highlighting both collaboration and conflict. The narrative is not merely linear. It interweaves past and present, showcasing Oppenheimer's personal reflections and the far-reaching implications of his work, emphasizing the psychological burden that accompanies groundbreaking scientific achievements. One of the central themes of the film is the ethical responsibility of scientists and the consequences of technological advancement. Oppenheimer himself is presented as a man of contradictions, brilliant, ambitious, and yet morally conflicted. The film explores how his idealism collides with the realities of war, and how the pursuit of knowledge can sometimes lead to unforeseen consequences. Through intense character studies, Nolan examines the cost of genius, not just on society, but on the individual and the personal sacrifices made in the name of progress. Scenes depict the tension between scientific curiosity and human morality, showing how decisions made in the lab ripple across the world, changing history in ways that are irreversible. The production of Oppenheimer has been praised for its meticulous attention to historical detail. The film recreates key moments of the Manhattan Project, including the development of nuclear technology, the testing of the first bomb in the New Mexico desert, and the political and military strategies surrounding the deployment of atomic weapons. The settings, costumes, and props are designed to immerse viewers fully in the era, reflecting both the scientific environment and the wartime context. Nolan's direction ensures that the film does not merely inform, but also evokes a strong emotional response, making the audience feel the tension, the uncertainty, and the weight of the decisions being made by Oppenheimer and his colleagues. The narrative also explores Oppenheimer's personal life, including his relationships and his inner struggles. The interactions between Oppenheimer and Kitty, portrayed by Emily Blunt, offer a humanizing lens through which the audience can understand the man behind the scientific achievements. Their relationship is complex, marked by love, tension, and the strains imposed by the secrecy and magnitude of Oppenheimer's work. Additionally, the film delves into Oppenheimer's friendships and professional rivalries, particularly with other scientists involved in the Manhattan Project. These dynamics contribute to the film's layered storytelling, showing that the journey of discovery is never solitary, and that the ethical implications of one's work can lead to conflict even among peers. The cinematography of Oppenheimer has been widely discussed, with Nolan known for his preference for practical effects, large-format cameras, and immersive visual storytelling. The film captures both the vastness of the desert testing sites and the claustrophobia of laboratories, emphasizing the dual nature of Oppenheimer's journey, the expansive implications of his work versus the intimate, personal struggles he faces. The visual style serves not only to dazzle the audience, but to underline the thematic weight of the story, reflecting the grandeur and terror of the atomic age. Sound design, music, and visual effects are combined to create a visceral experience, placing viewers directly into the emotional and ethical tension of the era. In addition to the historical and personal narrative, Oppenheimer also addresses broader societal and political themes. It shows how scientific innovation interacts with global power dynamics, war, and diplomacy. The film portrays discussions on the potential consequences of using atomic weapons, debates on morality versus strategy, and the political pressures that influenced scientific decisions. These elements provide context to Oppenheimer's work, illustrating the intersection between science and society. By highlighting these tensions, the film raises questions about responsibility, accountability, and the far-reaching effects of human ingenuity, inviting the audience to reflect on the implications of history in today's world. The trailer for Oppenheimer captures the intensity of the narrative, with glimpses of the Manhattan Project, the testing of the bomb, and Oppenheimer's internal conflict. The imagery is striking, featuring scenes of scientific experimentation juxtaposed with moments of personal tension and historical significance. The music is dramatic and tense, echoing the gravity of the subject matter, while the editing conveys a sense of urgency and anticipation. In the trailer, viewers are introduced to the moral dilemmas and high stakes that define the film, offering a glimpse into the psychological and ethical journey that Oppenheimer undergoes. The trailer has sparked widespread interest, with audiences intrigued by both the historical portrayal and Nolan's cinematic vision. The release date for Oppenheimer is set for July 21, 2023, promising a summer spectacle that combines intellectual rigor with blockbuster-level cinematic craft. The film is expected to perform strongly both critically and commercially, drawing attention from audiences who appreciate historical dramas, biographical narratives, and complex character studies. With its compelling subject matter, high-profile cast, and the direction of Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer has already generated significant buzz, positioning it as one of the must-watch films of the year. Fans are eager to experience a film that combines meticulous historical research with the emotional depth and storytelling mastery that Nolan is known for. Beyond its immediate narrative, Oppenheimer resonates with contemporary audiences by reflecting on the consequences of scientific and technological advancement. The film encourages viewers to consider the ethical responsibilities that come with innovation and power, emphasizing that progress is not only measured by discovery, but also by the understanding of its impact on humanity. Through the story of Oppenheimer, the audience is invited to engage with questions that remain relevant today, making the film both a historical exploration and a timeless reflection on human ambition and morality. Its layered storytelling ensures that it appeals to a wide range of viewers, from history enthusiasts to fans of psychological and ethical drama. The character dynamics in Oppenheimer are central to its impact. Oppenheimer's interactions with colleagues, military officials, and political figures illustrate the complex web of relationships that shape historical events. These dynamics highlight themes of collaboration, rivalry, and ethical conflict, showing how personal ambition and collective responsibility intersect. The film portrays the scientists not merely as historical figures, but as multidimensional individuals, each grappling with their own motivations, fears, and moral questions. This attention to character depth ensures that the story is compelling on both an intellectual and emotional level, creating a narrative that is rich, immersive, and thought-provoking. Nolan's approach to storytelling in Oppenheimer also emphasizes the psychological tension inherent in the historical context. The pressure of working on a top-secret project, the constant awareness of the potential consequences, and the moral dilemmas of deploying unprecedented destructive power are central to the narrative. The film explores how these pressures affect the psyche of individuals, showing that history is shaped not only by events, but by the emotional and ethical struggles of those involved. Scenes depict moments of doubt, fear, and reflection, allowing the audience to connect with the human side of scientific achievement and historical change. The production design and visual effects in Oppenheimer aim to create a balance between realism and cinematic spectacle. Laboratory scenes are designed to reflect the scientific precision of the Manhattan Project, while large-scale sequences, including the bomb tests, showcase the dramatic and terrifying power of the technology developed. Nolan's insistence on practical effects wherever possible adds authenticity to the film, making the events depicted feel tangible and immediate. This approach ensures that the audience is not only intellectually engaged, but also viscerally affected by the unfolding story, creating a holistic cinematic experience that combines mind and emotion. The film also examines the aftermath of the atomic bomb's development, exploring the political, social, and personal consequences of Oppenheimer's work. It portrays the debates over the use of nuclear weapons, the responsibility borne by scientists, and the long-term effects on international relations. These themes are interwoven with Oppenheimer's personal reflections, highlighting the enduring tension between innovation and morality. By presenting these issues in a narrative format, the film encourages viewers to consider how decisions made in moments of urgency can shape history, culture, and ethics for generations to come. The performances in Oppenheimer have been widely anticipated as a major draw for the audience. Cillian Murphy's portrayal of the titular character promises to be a career-defining role, capturing the complexity, intelligence, and emotional depth of Oppenheimer. Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, and the rest of the ensemble cast contribute to a rich and dynamic storytelling environment, ensuring that every interaction on screen adds to the narrative's depth and tension. The chemistry among the actors, combined with Nolan's direction, is expected to create an immersive experience that is both historically grounded and dramatically compelling. The trailer of Oppenheimer also emphasizes the suspense and tension inherent in the story. It presents rapid glimpses of scientific experiments, military strategy meetings, and personal confrontations, all underscored by a dramatic score that heightens the sense of urgency. The editing style gives viewers a taste of the narrative complexity, with glimpses of Oppenheimer's internal struggles intertwined with external pressures and historical milestones. This approach to the trailer mirrors the film's broader storytelling strategy, combining character-driven drama with the high stakes of historical events, creating anticipation for a cinematic experience that is both intellectually stimulating and emotionally resonant. The thematic exploration of Oppenheimer extends beyond historical events to universal questions about human nature, ambition, and the ethics of power. The film invites audiences to consider how technological advancements, when combined with human ambition, can lead to both extraordinary progress and profound destruction. Through Oppenheimer's journey, the narrative explores the tension between knowledge and responsibility, curiosity and consequence, ambition and morality. These themes are presented with nuance, allowing viewers to reflect on both the historical context and contemporary implications, making the film a thought-provoking experience that resonates on multiple levels. The anticipation for Oppenheimer has been fueled not only by the historical subject matter, but also by Christopher Nolan's reputation as a director who combines narrative complexity with visual spectacle. Known for films that challenge audiences intellectually while delivering cinematic grandeur, Nolan's involvement assures viewers of a meticulously crafted experience. From the psychological depth of the characters to the historical accuracy of the settings, every element of the film has been designed to engage the audience on multiple levels. The combination of star-studded casting, historical significance, and Nolan's unique storytelling approach has made Oppenheimer a highly anticipated event in contemporary cinema. As the release date approaches, discussions about the film's potential impact on audiences and critics alike have intensified. Analysts and fans alike are eager to see how Nolan balances historical fidelity with dramatic storytelling, how the cast brings the characters to life, and how the ethical and psychological dimensions of the story are explored. The film's release promises to generate conversations about history, morality, and the responsibilities of those who shape the course of human events. Oppenheimer is not just a historical drama. It is a reflection on the human condition, a meditation on power, and a study of the choices that define both individuals and societies. The narrative style of Oppenheimer also reflects Nolan's penchant for nonlinear storytelling. By interweaving past events, personal memories, and key historical milestones, the film creates a tapestry that reflects the complexity of human decision-making. This approach allows the audience to experience Oppenheimer's inner turmoil and the broader historical context simultaneously, emphasizing how personal, scientific, and political dimensions are interconnected. The storytelling is layered, demanding attention and engagement, but ultimately rewarding the audience with a nuanced understanding of a figure who shaped history in profound ways. In conclusion, Oppenheimer is poised to be a landmark film, combining historical insight, ethical reflection, and cinematic excellence. With Cillian Murphy leading an exceptional cast under the direction of Christopher Nolan, the film explores the complexities of scientific discovery, personal ambition, and moral responsibility. From the intricate character dynamics to the stunning visual and practical effects, the movie promises a deeply immersive and thought-provoking experience. The trailer and promotional materials have already generated significant anticipation, and with its release on July 21, 2023, audiences are set to witness a cinematic journey that is as intellectually compelling as it is visually breathtaking. Oppenheimer is not just a story of science and war. It is a story about humanity, choices, and the enduring impact of one man's decisions on the world.